I think we need to remind ourselves that arguments are good. That we can't just stop talking because that's when it gets bad. I mean, when you can't express your feelings and your needs to your spouse, you have a problem.
So, Brady, I have a question for you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
It is episode 13.
Crazy.
And we finally made it to the episode where we're talking about love languages.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a while now. But...
Yeah, we have. This one definitely is like off base from like Farm Wife.
For sure.
But it's just a little bit of a different topic, but I feel like it's so relatable. So yeah, did you and Cody take your love languages?
Oh, I voluntold Cody to do them.
How was that? Because literally the night before filming this episode, I texted Addie and I said, take this quiz.
Yeah.
And gave her little to no
it's
context.
Literally, hey, if you have time,
take this quiz.
And
what did you think of it, though? Because, okay, well, let's first start. Do you know a lot about love languages? Like, I guess I'm surprised you hadn't taken this quiz before.
Here's the thing. I have taken it before.
Okay.
I kind of knew my love language.
Okay.
However, I don't really, look at it too much.
I feel like as we age, too, and our preferences change, that maybe our love languages change as well.
I 1000% agree. I think the life experiences that we all live have obviously changed the outlook of how we want to spend time or how we want to be loved. I think also with this one is I'm not super big into the love language one, but I'm super big into these personality tests. I literally just had a conversation at work not too long ago about, it's called emergenetics, and it categorizes you into 4 different colors. And
are
you quiet? Are you
what's
super
the one
expressive?
You made Aaron and I take?
Well, I made you take a lot, but there was one about...
what mental disorders we had.
Yeah, and it was Winnie the Pooh.
I ranked high for schizophrenia.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Okay.
Brady's crazy, everyone. No, I'm
okay,
kidding.
Making it past my early 20s, though, and not having a break, that was good. I'm really glad we didn't take this as teenagers, because I would have been manic.
You would have been.
Through my early 20s, thinking I was going to have a break.
Yeah. I think that one was a fun one. Because it was
Yeah, if you were Tigger or Piglet.
Right.
So for those of you listening, I'm not schizophrenic. At least undiagnosed. However, I am diagnosed ADHD, anxiety. I think that's it. As far as I definitely could be diagnosed OCD.
I have.
But yeah, Addie had sent our friend and I, Aaron, our friend, and then myself, when we were on a little girls' trip, these quizzes. And yeah, it basically, you filled out a bunch of different questions, and then it told you your was depression.
Yes.
Are you looking at it? It was different categories of mental illnesses and...
Yeah, so, of course, Rabbit is OCD. Rue is autism, Eeyore is depression, Christopher Robin is schizophrenia, Pooh is ADD, Piglet is anxiety, and Tigger is ADHD.
Yeah.
I ranked at 90%, so horrible.
For what?
Rabbit OCD.
Oh, what was Aaron?
Let me look.
Oh, not us just outing Aaron.
I know.
Who has no way to defend
She's
herself.
I'm not a part of this. Oh, I can't find Aaron's.
Mm.
Dang it.
Aaron, we know you listen, so comment what your results were. Yeah, I just know mine was shocking when I found out I was schizophrenic, apparently. I don't know what gives me those character traits, but I guess sorry to all my close friends and family.
So funny, though. So funny.
But anyway, okay. Yeah, back on topic about these love languages. I have taken a love language quiz a long time ago. I think, honestly, remember when Facebook was really big and they had the pop-ups about, see what character you are, or see what gemstone, whatever.
Right.
There are a million of them. I think it was something like that. And then that led to, the big, long quiz.
Right.
And in last episode, I touched on how our husbands think, or men think that women want one thing, but in reality we have completely different expectations in our head. And that kind of really goes along with this of just like, this is why I am so big about taking this and then making Tyler take it, because if you're going to prioritize taking time to love me, let it be full effect, and so that when you are loving me, I'm feeling the love.
Right.
But anyway, so your results were?
My number one was acts of service.
Okay.
That was like 37%.
I kind of want to compare you and I's, because just how similar our personalities are.
So yeah, mine was 37% act of service. My second one was at 27%, and it was actually tied with my third. So my second and third are tied at 27 of words of affirmation and quality time.
Okay.
And then my fourth one is physical touch at 10%, and my receiving gifts is my last one at 0%.
That's crazy. So my first one, but honestly, my results are very similar in percentage. So my first one is receiving gifts, and that's 30%. My second one is words of affirmation, which is 27%.
So same.
And then my third one is quality time, which is 20%.
Okay.
And then acts of service is 13%, and physical touch is 10%.
We have the same physical touch.
Yeah, I hate
at
it.
10%. Yeah, I'm honestly, that's kind of what surprised me. Like, I like having physical touch in a private setting, but
yeah, same.
And only for my husband.
Yeah, same.
Like, give me a good back rub, love it.
Yeah. I do like hugs from Tyler. I don't like hugs from anyone else.
Yeah. But I'm not a big hand holder in public, and
No.
I don't really want to not that I'm afraid to kiss you in public, obviously I'll do it, but I just am
As far as family and friends, my physical touch for them, I'm always if we're watching a game or if we're doing something, I'm always
fist bumping or hitting them. Yeah, you do hit
or
people
grabbing,
a lot.
If I'll grab someone's shoulder.
You do.
I do that a lot.
Yep.
I don't mean it to be mean. It's just how I show love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so then our husbands. How do we relate to our husbands? I'm really interested to hear Cody's.
Okay, so what do you think Cody's number one is?
Physical touch.
Actually, that is his second to the bottom.
Really? What?
Yeah. Okay, so his first one, which is so wild to me because we're so not this way, but quality time is his number one.
Really?
At 29%.
Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. His next one is 26% of acts of service.
Okay.
And then it's 19% words of affirmation, 19% physical touch, and 6% receiving gifts.
Okay.
Which kind of surprised me with the quality time.
Yeah.
When I made him do it. But
now I wonder, that quality time probably isn't you guys going to, because I think we can read into this as far as oh, okay, I'll schedule, since my husband likes quality time, I'll schedule that for him and let's go to a movie date. Yes, that's quality time, but not necessarily the quality time that's fulfilling their love languages.
So I kind of asked him about that. Mm-hmm. And he's like, well, I just want you to feel like you're around me, because we don't spend a lot of time together.
Right.
And I was just like, well, I can appreciate that, but this is what you enjoy doing. It shouldn't have anything to do with me, with what I would want.
Right.
It's what you want. And he's like, no, but you coming and riding in the tractor, whether it's for 15 minutes or for 5 hours, that's quality time to me.
Yeah.
We might not talk about anything, or we might be jabbing each other's heads off, with just talking about random things. He's like, but it's the time that we're just naturally spending time together outside of the home. He's like, I don't necessarily want to spend so much quality time together at home. Mm-hmm. So,
but you tagging along to do his things.
It's his things. Yeah. And that's where he went with it, because I said, oh, so you want to spend quality time in Mexico? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, dang it. I tried. But yeah, no, that's his quality time. And I'm like, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that is funny. I went to guess quality time would have been his number one.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler's, he did the wrong quiz. So you had to pay for it.
How much was it?
He didn't pay for it. So I
Oh.
only have percentages for his first one. But I have the what order they go. So his first one is acts of service, which is
Okay.
37%. And then his next one is quality time. Next one is physical touch, words of affirmation, and then receiving gifts.
So Tyler's first and last one is the same exact ones as me, which is kind of crazy. Well, no. Receiving gifts is his last one, you said? Yeah. And his was at 37% for acts of service, and
Yeah.
mine was at 37%. That's just crazy to think
And
that.
see, him and I's are almost opposite.
Right.
Whereas my acts of service is nearly the bottom.
Right.
Along with physical touch, but his last one is my first one.
Right.
So obviously that just brings up a whirlwind of how we struggle with filling each other's cups in the right way for each other to feel
Right.
loved. We do things and then in our minds we think, well, you should love this. Like, I'm going on my way to do this for you. But in reality, we just differ so much as far as what that looks like, as in fulfillness,
Right.
that, yeah, it just it's a struggle.
Yeah. I think, I mean, as long as you're reading the test right, because when I first sent it to Cody, he saw gift at 0%.
Oh, yes.
His response was, and I don't want to like misspeak, but his response was literally, "What do you want?" And I said, "What?"
Did you say what?
I said, "What?" And because I just sent him the screenshot and he said,
Right.
"What do you want?" So I don't know if you're just being a DICK and like, why are you texting
Like sarcastic.
me? Yeah, like, and it was later and he was having a rough day and whatever. So like, what do you want? I don't know. And then, so I said, "What?" And he says, "For gifts." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Said 0% receiving gifts."
So he thought,
I wasn't receiving enough gifts.
oh my gosh.
And I said, "No, that's my least love language. It means that I would rather have an act of service done for me." He goes, "Oh, I didn't think of it that way."
That's funny.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that was our conversation
At least
kind
the
of about that.
communication was there because you would have gotten some gift in the mail and been like, okay, well,
All right.
this is fine, but
Love this.
thanks.
Thanks. But yeah, I mean, we had that conversation last night when we were, talking about the quality time and whatever. And he was like, "If I want something, I'm just going to go buy it." And I was just like,
Right.
same. Like, you honestly get mad at me for ordering too much things on Amazon, but
Yeah.
here I am still doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I think where the gifts come from, like that love language, it's not this magical gift that comes in the mail. It's, I'm going to the C-store. I already know what my wife wants.
Yes.
Kind of how we had that conversation
Yeah.
episodes ago where you're like, "No, you know what I want. Just
Yes.
get it for me."
Yeah, see, for me, and I honestly think Tyler still struggles with that, and this is, I guess, men, if you're listening, comment and tell me if I'm speaking out of term. But I feel like for all men, it's like they think we want these, like, grand gestures, like these, from super expensive to maybe if your love language is quality time, going on a huge trip, like, where it's not that complex. Like,
No.
I just want you to really dig deep and know me enough to prioritize me and want to on your own.
Yeah.
Like, that's what means so much to me. Like, knowing that when I went to Vala's and had that magical blueberry cake donut, and it's all I can think about during the rest of this whole pregnancy, and I mentioned that one time to Tyler, yeah, it's like a dollar donut at Casey's, but
it's
like
not.
that would mean the world to me
Right.
because it's this one thing that I mentioned that I've like been craving through the rest of this pregnancy now, that you were just like, oh, Brady did say that, so I'm gonna do that.
Right.
Like, I don't want you to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on me. Like, I just want to be prioritized, and I want you to be like in the mundane of everyday life and still think, my wife would like this, or my wife mentioned this, so I want to make her feel loved.
Well, and I love being like the aggressive friend that just
I didn't think you were going to say that. I don't
Oh,
know.
I love it because Tyler and I's relationship is very unique. Like, we go at each other's throats all the time, but it's all in a friendly,
Oh, for
like,
sure.
we know that we're just joking with each
Yes.
other. We might banter back and forth, but you mentioned, this was like a year ago, but you mentioned like, oh, I really like this. And I said,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you right now, I'm texting your husband and I'm texting him a
Yeah.
link to this. And I did, and he was upstairs or
Yeah.
something weird like that. And I said, you should really look into getting this for Brady. She mentioned she wanted it. You knew I was sending it, but I'm sending it because I can be that type of person and be
Right.
aggressive. But it's like, okay, yeah, you weren't really thinking about it, but he also wasn't here when we were having that conversation. And
But I
it's,
think men need that help sometimes.
yes. And I'm so glad that I did because you still, I mean, it was a FabFitFun box
Yeah.
subscription. And I said, do it. Like, she will enjoy this. I
Yes.
have it right now. I think
Yeah.
that she would. And you still have it.
Yeah, and I do enjoy it. I
Yeah.
really like it. It's nice to have something to look forward to.
Right. And they don't come every month, which
Yeah.
I really enjoy
Yeah.
about it because sometimes they just stack up with stuff.
Yeah,
and,
you get so much product. It's like, okay, I'm not using hardly any of this.
right.
But I think it's just kind of learning, and I don't even know if that's something either genders will ever fully learn, but like that decoding of each other.
Yeah. I think that's my natural default because my thing is acts of service is, oh, I'm going to take out the trash. Even though that's your job, I'm going to take it out. Even, it's going back to that, like, you can't be 50-50
Right.
episode that we talked about, but I'm going to naturally default to my acts of service for Cody's, how I'm going to show love to Cody.
Right.
And I have to consciously think about like how I don't need to do that, or I shouldn't necessarily do that. Even though acts of services is number 2, I don't necessarily need to do that.
Yeah.
It's just the quality time. It's not those big extravagant things.
And I think too the other big struggle, at least in my mind, is I think it was last episode or the episode before I had mentioned a podcast that I saw a clip of, and it was more of like a spiritual. A couple men were talking in it and just like being like a leader in their household and in their marriage and yada yada. Well, these young men are getting married and then they're, walking into these marriages and they just like fear their wife's emotions.
Yeah.
They don't know how to like correlate or handle them, or maybe even talk their wives down, or maybe they don't feel like it's appropriate because we are in such a society where it's like you deserve to be heard and validated, which I agree with. But I also think as a spouse, there comes a point where you have to hold your spouse accountable.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's hard and sometimes that's a little messy because we don't want to upset them or deflate them or make them feel like we're listening but we don't care and we
Right.
don't validate you,
Yeah.
because that's not necessarily the case. But I think that's kind of a struggle with Tyler and I, because I'm constantly saying, how can I be a better wife? How can I better serve you? So this goes back to the love languages, acts of service. What can I do as far as an act of service to make you feel loved? Because it looks so different.
Right.
Whereas just like I said with receiving gifts, men may think, oh gosh, my wife's love language is receiving gifts, so I need to go spend hundreds of dollars to get her something. Where in my mind, I want a blueberry donut that costs $1.50 at Casey's.
Right.
Like literally that simple. So same with Tyler. I'll make like his favorite cookies, or I'll like clean the garage, or doing his work laundry and having it folded and put away, which that I feel like is more of like how like a duty of mine because I am at home all the time. But those kinds of things. And so I'll ask him, like, are you feeling loved? Am I fulfilling you? Like, am I filling your cup up? And I don't get a big response from him. And I don't know if that's because he doesn't want to feel like he's upsetting me, or he doesn't want to make me feel like he's diminishing the other things I've already been doing, because that's not necessarily something he would want. But I struggle with that because it's not going to hurt my feelings. Like, I want to have the tools to best serve you. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't do a better job if I don't know.
Do you think that sometimes when maybe you are asking that, like, are you feeling loved? Am I filling your cup? He hears it as criticism. not necessarily as a like a bad thing, but you're asking a question about, am I as direct of filling your love or filling your need? But then even though he may or may not be like dropping hints, quote unquote, this whole time, and you just saw it as an obstacle, like, do you feel like you're not able to, like, you have to ask that question
Right.
to him because he's not showing it that he is actually feeling loved?
I don't know. I think that more probably comes off of me.
Like with you overthinking?
Well, no, where I tell him, "Hey, I'm not feeling fulfilled. I would like to have XYZ, or I'm just needing a little bit more from you as far as like my
Okay.
love language." And so I think I probably overcompensate with telling him, "I don't need these grand gestures. These are really things that I would like to have. Like, this would make me feel loved." So if I'm feeling that way, I'm thinking, "Are you feeling that way?" And so it's
Okay.
like the overcompensation of like, what can I do to make you feel loved, to make you feel served? Yeah, and maybe really honestly he feels fine and he's happy. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I think yeah, I'm just constantly like I don't want to be misunderstanding this whole time and you're
Right.
feeling resentful because all I needed to do was ask a question.
Right.
Like I can only do so much with the tools that I have. So I think that's why, and I'm like that in everyday life. Like I just want all the information all the time. So, I mean, maybe he's more annoyed that I'm constantly, how can I
Asking.
better serve you? Like what do you,
But at least you care.
right?
I
That's
mean,
true
because
too.
there's, probably marriages, and I know there's marriages out there that don't have that.
Right? Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a positive there.
I just know we're like so early on in this life. Sometimes it doesn't feel that way. But I mean, we're married. We're going to be married. I want to make it the best possible marriage we can have. I mean, there's no sense in being miserable.
Right.
Neither of us are going anywhere unless we die.
Right.
So,
Might as well make it worth our while and
yeah.
time. And yeah, no, I agree.
So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like you and Cody do a good job of fulfilling each other? Or do you feel like it takes a back burner with the busyness?
I do think it takes a back burner. I'm just being realistically like
Mm-hmm.
true about it. I do think that there's times where we're both so busy and we both just have so much going on in our life that we not only put our own selves on the back burner, but we put each other on the back burner. And then we get to a point where we can finally be like, okay, I'm going to breathe. And we put ourselves as a priority. What I appreciate about Cody and I's like marriage and our relationship though is we don't take offense to that.
Right.
Because if Cody did need me, I knew that I would be there and I would do whatever I needed to do to, fulfill. If he needs me to run for a part, I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes back like a story that came up, and I kind of talked about it on the podcast earlier episodes, but there was a day that I took off because I knew that I was coming into a very, very busy time.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I'm taking it off just because I know that I'm going to be working.
Right. You want to give yourself that break
Right.
because you know the craziness that's about to come.
Right. And then he's like, well, can you run this check and can you run this bill and can you do this and can you do this and can you do this? And I snapped on him. I'm like, what?
You've set aside all this time for
Right.
yourself.
I wanted this time for myself. Did you consider what I wanted to do?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, did I snap on him? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Did I think I had every right to? Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
However, I still did what Cody needed because I know that he needed it.
Right.
And so I think it comes down to I'm not going to put myself on the back burner when I know that I need it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still learning that whole process. And Cody's not going to put himself on the back burner either
Right.
when it comes to the two of us. Now, if so and so comes along and says, well, Cody, I need you to do this, and Cody really needs a break, I do think that Cody would say, I need a break and I'm not going to commit to this.
Oh, really? See, Tyler would not.
And I think that's a new thing that Cody's finally learning.
Good for him. Yeah.
And I'm still struggling with it, but I'm still finally learning to say no. I mean, one of my very good friends who hired me at my full-time job, she's no longer my boss, but she goes, Addie, you need to learn to say the word no because it's killing you inside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I do.
Like literally physically ill.
Yeah. And so finally it came down to like, I just need to say no. Nope, I can't do it.
Yeah.
And that has made a world of difference for sure for
Well,
me.
and I think it's just we've talked about this a million times, but the prioritization of what you want your life to look like. And this goes back to, I mean, very much the topic of this episode, but men thinking what we want and what we actually want.
Right.
And I think, men, if you're listening, for women in general, our love languages may all look very different, but it's that just consistency and communication
Yeah.
is a big thing. Like, I get there's ebbs and flows of the farm, and there's busy, and you may not that there's always something to do on the farm. That's not what I'm saying. But with the ebbs and flows, it's very much, highs and lows of, okay, we're in busy season. It's not necessarily busy season, but, it's more of a 7 to 6 type of work type style. But even when we are in that busy time and you can't have the maybe consistency, that's where the communication comes in.
Yeah.
It costs you nothing. I mean, other than time out of your day to call your wife and say, hey, I just wanted to call. And especially for the moms that are staying at home and are just, sometimes we are in the trenches, just be like, how are you guys doing today?
Right.
Like, how's the day been going for you? Like, I really appreciate the things that you do. Like, honestly, just communicating. Or, I know that we're in a busy season and it feels like we're in a rut, but this is going to get over, and let's you and I go on a date. Like, just because we understand with being married to farmers, that we can, it's just not feasible is not the right word, but when we're in busy season, it's just the farm comes first. Even when we're not in busy season, a lot of times the farm comes first.
Right.
But still being made the priority as far as communication, to be like, hey, I know that this time has felt tedious and we haven't had a lot of us time, and I haven't prioritized our marriage or our relationship, but I plan to. I feel like that's where men really struggle is...
It's that future look.
Yes, because that's what we've talked about in prior episodes.
Yeah. I think it comes down to your partner's not failing because they don't love you. And not saying that your partner's failing, but your partner's not failing because they don't love you. They're failing because they're speaking the wrong dialect of love.
Right, for each of us to understand.
Right. And I think that's where we have the resentment towards our partners when we think, or our partner thinks they're providing love to us when in reality they're not. And it's not that they're not providing love. Yeah. They're not providing that dialect of love that we need to feel fulfilled and loved with. And that's a tough thing to, really grasp.
There's a level of maturity that comes with, I don't understand, and this makes me feel nothing. It makes me feel no love at all. But it does for my wife.
Yeah, just comparing us two.
Yeah, so even though I don't understand it, this is what my wife needs. And I promise you something about women too. We are very, what's the word? Like, almost like give and receive. Like, men, if you can lead and feed and fulfill into your wife, I promise you will get something back.
Yeah.
That's just, we're wired that way. Yeah. Just, at least, and maybe I'm completely talking gibberish.
No, I think going back to the Bible, ultimately that's what the women is,
Isn't there a verse or something, or maybe a story where bring her wheat and she'll make bread, give her a house, she'll make a home. I don't know for sure. I'm not far enough along in my journey to be able to quote verses, but something along the lines of, if you provide or you give this to your wife, she will turn it into something much more.
Yes. And it's like you are, as the man of the house, you are supposed to lead your family in the faith, and you're supposed to lead all of these things.
As a provider, as a protector.
And that's what the Bible tells us to, and that's great. And so I think that in nowadays, obviously worlds have kind of changed a little bit. And I think
Sorry, I have to just take a pause because
there's
before we
this
started
cat.
this episode, I'm like, oh wow, the cat's been really nice. It's probably because Tyler's home. She's scratching now.
So,
Okay, anyways, onward,
anywho,
onward, yeah.
this cat's gonna end up in Chinese food. So, no, I think at the end of the day, going back to what you said, that if you put the time and you put something into your marriage, you're going to get something in return. That's exactly
Yeah.
what the Bible also tells us.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like the Bible tells us that you need to provide for your family and that you need to do this and you need to be that leader, and much great things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think whether it's religious or not, when you're whatever you're doing, the idea, if you are a Christian, you still have those Christian mindsets and you still have that Christian mentality. I think it's just going to naturally occur throughout our whole life.
Well, and I think too with society, just like the change in society and generations, we've kind of hit, I don't know, a different time of, and not that it's wrong, but I'll just say what I'm thinking and then give an example. But where society, it's almost like downplayed or looked badly upon, especially in like bigger cities, for the man to be that quote unquote leader.
Right.
Where it's, they want the women to be equal and the women to be heard and yada, 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 which I think there can be some beauty in that. But also, I think it's led to where we have husbands, and this isn't like a diss at our husbands, but we just have very laid back husbands. And we are very type A, bold, opinionated people where maybe we struggle with allowing our husbands to lead.
Yes, I very much struggle with that.
Yes. So, I mean, I really do too. And that's something I've had to take a step back, and because I want that. I want Tyler to lead as a father, as a husband, just spiritually too, as my spouse. I want him to be all the things God calls him to be, but when I am just one other thing in his way to keep him from leading because of my personality and because of my wants and my opinion, how can I expect it to be so easy for him? So I've really tried to like take a step back and allow him to fulfill that role.
Yeah.
So I don't know if, and maybe that's both like a societal transition, but also just like personalities of people as well. But also I think knowing that, and this is kind of going into like just a little bit different, or like same topic but like separate category, like going into like arguments and like expressing those needs, and then that turns into an argument because it's that feeling of where your spouse is never happy with anything you do. I think we need to remind ourselves that arguments are good, that we can't just stop talking, because that's when it gets bad. I mean, when you can't express your feelings and your needs to your spouse, you have a problem.
Well, if you go onto the same website that does the love language thing, there's an anger management or anger test.
Oh, dear Lord.
And so I actually took it just to
I need that.
just to see. And one of the questions is like, when there's 30 questions, kind of like the love language quiz, but there's a few questions, but one of them stood out to me where it says there's 3 different options that you can choose from. And it was like, which one makes most sense or most correctly relates to you or whatever. And one of the answers is when I'm angry with someone, I shut down and I don't talk. Or when I'm angry, I talk about it right away. Or when I'm angry, I think about it and then I talk about it. And I'm like, which one am I?
I think I'm all the above.
Yeah. And I really struggled with that one. Because I don't necessarily talk right away.
Right.
But then I'm like, but wait, yes, I do. If I'm with somebody that I feel trusted or that I feel supported with.
Right.
I mean, I just had that conversation with you today and Tyler and Taylin where, I said, I'm only saying this to you guys because I know that you guys, if you guys are going to judge me, you're only going to judge me for 30 seconds and I can be this type of person in front of you. Yeah. Like, if I was angry or something, maybe I would say something
Yeah.
right then and there. And then if I'm angry in a meeting, I'm not speaking up.
Right. It depends on what,
Right.
scene you're in.
But again, you have to have all of these emotions and all this stuff to learn as well. Not only for like others to learn about us, but us to learn about others,
Right.
especially our spouses. So
Yeah.
I do agree with you. Arguments, they're always like, oh, they argue all the time. Well, yeah, that's not healthy, but
Right. I just think we need to remember to be kind and respectful, because at the end of the day, these are the people we've chosen to spend our lives with.
right.
And I think too, you're with somebody 24/7. I mean, not really, but being married to somebody, you sleep by somebody every single night. Like, you get to
smell their
know
farts.
Yeah, you get to know their flaws, you get to know their strengths and their weaknesses.
Yeah.
And with that comes, I think we can be very quick to bite their heads off or to be mean.
Yeah.
I know there are some times where I'm just like tired, frustrated, and I'll make a comment to Tyler and I'm just like, I would not tell even my friend that. Why would I just say that to him?
Yeah.
Like, he is the person that I made vows to in front of our family, friends, and God himself. And yet I chose to make a derogatory comment to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it, not that it's an excuse, but when you're with somebody that much, we think that it's easy to do, to make those comments, but we need to remember, like, this is our person. Like, out of everybody in the world, this is the one that we love the most.
Yeah. It's
And
tough.
it is tough when you're in the day-to-day of the people. Just, I love Tyler. I love him so much. But what is that thing that Renee sent me today?
Oh, something about
I don't have it, but it's something about,
I love this man and I love marriage, but if I hear him chew his food.
one more time, I'm going to make him meet his
Yeah.
meet his maker
Yeah.
earlier. But that's so true. It's like, I love Tyler with all my heart, but if he faces me and is breathing in the middle of the night, I want to suffocate him. Like,
Well, especially when you're so pregnant. At
yeah,
this
I don't
point in
sleep
time,
anyway, so then
like,
he's just turned.
just sleeping like a baby.
Gosh, yes. But
especially
no,
if
things
he
like
doesn't
that.
take his allergy meds.
Ugh, yeah. Thank you. Autoimmune disease. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's having a different perspective and remembering to have so much grace. And this is like literally something we could highlight and put in every single episode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I want to end this, because I could honestly go on and talk about this for a long time. But I think, to wrap it up, to summarize, go take the love languages test. Show your partners. But to add on to that, ask them in their top love language what those things look like.
Yeah.
Because what we think could be completely off base from what they're thinking.
Right.
And so we may think, oh, every day I'm doing all this stuff to make him feel loved and nothing's changing. Or vice versa for men. I'm doing all this stuff to make her feel loved and it's obviously not being translated.
Right.
When in reality, we're completely not thinking of or not doing the things that they would actually get fulfillment from.
And like ask those clarifying questions.
Yes.
Because those
and that
love
it's okay.
language.
We're not nitpicking. We're not trying to deflate you or stir up an argument. Like, we genuinely want to know these things so that we can better our marriage and better serve each other as spouses.
Yes, 1000%. I think, yeah, for sure go take the love language test. Talk about it with your partner. If you don't have a partner and you're just wanting to take it, reach out to us. We'll be happy to chat through things. I mean, it's just, no matter what, just think about what's one thing that you need your partner to know about your love language that you may struggle with, or that you may also ask for clarity as well.
Do you think you have an answer for that?
I think...
Cody, listen up.
Yeah, Cody, listen. No, I think with my... One thing that I'm going to definitely struggle with is the acts of service, because I still expect Cody to pull his weight.
His roles.
Yep. Like the trash.
Yep.
So by taking out the trash, that's not my acts of service. My acts of service is unloading the dishwasher, because that's my role. Or just automatically switching the laundry over and I don't have to tell you to do
Right.
it. Or, picking up something in the yard that's been sitting there. It's that type of stuff. So I think I struggle with that because I haven't really communicated that to Cody. And Cody would be like, well, yeah, I took out the trash. You like acts of service. Well, yeah, but that's still your job. And so, like, I think that's one thing that, like, I'm not necessarily saying, like, I don't appreciate it. It's just that's not how I want my acts of service. And same with Cody with the quality time. His quality time is not spending a date night together. His quality time is me driving around in the side-by-side with him.
Right.
Very two different things. I would assume the quality time is us phones down, on do not disturb, watching a movie together, maybe playing with Max, our dog. Where that's not what Cody wants. Cody just wants me to be in his world.
Right.
And
Just be
on his
present.
time. And me not be like, you said this 5 minutes ago, nagging him on time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just what's one thing that you want your partner to know about your love language, or are you struggling with something, or what are they struggling with something? So
I think mine is, and I don't know if embarrassment is the right thing to say, but I almost feel like by feeling this way, it makes me seem petty, or it makes me feel like I want more than I maybe like deserve or think I should be asking for. But as far as like fulfilling me and my love languages, I just need more consistency.
yeah.
Like, I am the type of person where if I don't get anything from you for like 2 days, I'm like Tyler and we've been together for almost a decade, married for 5 years, and I'm still like, you sure you like me? Like,
Are you sure you want to do this whole married thing?
yeah, like we're not having our second kid or anything, but do you love me? Like, are you sure? You're not going to leave tomorrow? Or I don't know why I have those abandonment fears.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like, even if it's teeny tiny, like, words of affirmation or a small gift or something, just like the consistency. Like, honestly, I probably need something teeny tiny every day.
Yeah.
To truly feel like really solidified in our marriage.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
Good for you.
yeah.
Well, I think this topic was, again, we could talk about it for so many more hours
There's
and
so
days.
many things
and
we could literally have part 5 and 6s too.
I know. But I guess to like lead us out, yes, do whatever we told you to do earlier. But if there's any topics that you guys really want us to discuss or discuss even further, let us know.
Yeah.
Happy to do all
And
those
please
things.
send in fan mail, because we've really been loving
Yeah.
reading those, and we would like to get enough that maybe we can have a whole episode,
Yeah.
just reading fan mail and kind of, if there's questions in that, or maybe we can have like kickbacks to what the different mail is. That, I think that could be a really fun episode as well.
For sure.
But I think that wraps it up for, what was this, 13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
12?
Sure. Oh.
13.
All right.
Episode 13.
Thanks for sitting with us. We hope you all feel loved.
See you next week.
Peace out. They say a farmer's work is never done. Well, neither is ours.
Come back next week for a new episode of Life Between the Rows.